Welcome back. We are now continuing the chapter, the structure of matter. We have studied what is an atom, what is an element, what are compounds, and what is the definition of molecule. And who introduced the term atom? Atom was introduced by John Dalton in 19th century. And what is the contribution of Canada? He was the first person to indicate that all matters are made up of the smallest particle called anu. There are 120 elements, 98 elements are found in the nature. Earth crust is the major source of all elements. Okay. Now we are coming to, we have already studied the properties of compound. What are the properties of compounds? Properties. Compound contain two or more elements combined chemically. Second one, the elements combined in a compound are in fixed ratio. In a fixed ratio or fixed proportion. Third point, we can say the properties of the compound are different from the properties of the constituent elements. Now, even fourth point also we can say, in a compound, elements are combined chemically. So here energy is absorbed or released because it is a chemical reaction. Energy is absorbed or released. Now we are coming to the mixtures. What are mixtures? Mixtures are substances made of two or more elements or compounds. Elements or compounds. So mixtures are made up of two or more elements or compound mixed in a physical manner or mixed physically, not by chemical reaction. Okay, mixed physically mixed, not chemically. That is called a mixture. For example, mixture of sulfur and iron. If you take the mixture of sulfur you are taken here, suppose 8 gram of sulfur, 8 gram, 10 gram of iron piece you have mixed here, iron and sulfur. They are simply mixed physically, not by chemical reaction. No chemical reaction takes place. What is the evidence? You can take a magnet. If you take a magnet and bring here, all the iron pieces will be absorbed, will be attracted to the magnet, and sulfur is separated. So this is how the mixture, elements in a mixture can be separated. Elements in a mixture can be separated very easily by physical manner, not by chemical reaction. Right? At the same time, this can also be combined chemically. Suppose if you heat this mixture of sulfur and iron, you will get what you will get? You will get iron sulfide. Iron sulfide is a compound. Iron sulfide is a compound formed by chemical reaction, by heating. The heat provided energy. So energy is absorbed by the sulfur and iron and form iron sulfide. So this is a compound. And so we can understand that the first difference between compound and mixture is compound. In a compound, we can say element, two or more elements are combined chemically in a fixed ratio. That is, one part of is iron and one part is sulfur. Okay, 1:1 ratio. In a iron sulfide, iron and sulfur combined in a fixed ratio or fixed proportion, that is 1:1. That is the compound. Whereas in mixture, the mixture is a substance which is formed of two or more elements or compounds, not in fixed ratio, and also they are mixed physically, not chemically. Okay? Right? So what are the differences between mixtures and compounds? What are the differences between mixtures and compounds? Very clearly you know that. Mixtures contain two or elements or compounds when mixed chemically in a fixed ratio or fixed proportion. No. Compounds are formed by the combination of two or more elements in a definite proportion or definite ratio. Mixtures do not have any definite ratio or definite proportion. Elements are not in definite ratio. Second one, during compound formation, a chemical reaction takes place, whereas in mixtures, they are formed by physical methods. Now, third one, in a compound, the energy is absorbed or released during this formation of compound. In a compound formation, the elements combined chemically so that the energy can be used or released. Whereas in mixture, the energy cannot be used up because they are fixed, they are absorbed, they are mixed manually. So we can understand these are the main. What are the main differences? I will write compound here first, and here I am writing mixtures. What are the difference between compound and mixture? Compound is formed of two or more elements. Elements are combined chemically. Now second, elements are combined in a definite ratio. Elements combined in a fixed ratio. Now, the properties of the compound, properties of compound is different from its elements. Here, fourth one, energy is released or absorbed. Here in a mixture, two or more elements or compounds, two or more elements or compounds combined physically, not chemically. Elements or compounds are not in a ratio, not in a fixed ratio. Now third point, properties of mixtures are the combined properties of the elements. Properties of mixtures may be a combination of elements. Now, energy is not released or absorbed. Energy is not released nor absorbed. Energy is not released nor absorbed. These are the main differences between compound and mixture. Now we are coming to symbols and formula. Symbols and formula. What are symbols and what are formula? Symbols are used to represent elements. Example, we can say carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and so on. Carbon, hydrogen also there. Hydrogen, we can say hydrogen as well. Hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen. These are the symbols of elements. You know, elements can occur in two forms. Simple atomic form or diatomic. Elements can occur in two forms. Okay. Anyway, the elements can be represented by symbols. Symbols are used to represent the element. Now, formula is the alphabets. Formula is used to represent the compound. Formula is used to represent the compound. For example, water, NH3, ammonia, NaCl, sodium chloride, H2SO4, sulfuric acid. All these are the formula of compounds. Formula of compounds. So formula is used to represent the compound and symbols are used to represent the elements. Now, when we study the symbols, who gave the symbols? Actually, early scientists gave symbols in the form of pictures. The early scientists gave the idea of symbols. Early scientists. They are called alchemists. Earlier scientists called alchemists. They gave the idea of a pictorial representation of the symbols. Pictures. For example, here it is given the common salt or copper. Common salt, you know, common salt, NaCl. It is given a circle and two dots. Common salt. Okay? Then nitrogen. Nitrogen was given a circle and one plus mark. This is nitrogen. So there are different, but it is not useful and not using nowadays. It is the English scientist called Berzelius. Berzelius. Berzelius given. Who gave the idea? The idea of symbols was given by Berzelius. Berzelius. Berzelius gave the idea of symbol. It was Berzelius who gave the idea of symbol. Okay, a symbol shows the alphabets. For example, as I said, the alphabet. So how we give the symbols for an element? Some elements we can take the first alphabet, capital alphabet of that element. For example, carbon or calcium. Let us see calcium first. Then here is the carbon. Carbon, the first alphabet is given. That is carbon. Then there are many other elements. Oxygen. O is given as the symbol. Here carbon is given as symbol. Then in some cases, like barium, calcium, the second alphabet also will be taken. Along with the first capital alphabet, Ca, that is calcium, Ba, barium. Okay? So there are elements whose symbols are given. We can take the first alphabet, English alphabet of the name of these elements as symbol, or in some other example, some other cases, the second alphabet also can be given, taken. That is Ca. A is taken here. So calcium Ca is the symbol and barium is Ba is the symbol. And there are many elements which the Latin names are taken. For example, sodium. Sodium, the Latin alphabets, Latin, Latin alphabets. That is natrium. Natrium is the name of the Latin name. So here for sodium we represent the Na. Kalium for potassium. K is taken. Okay? Then like that there are many elements given here. Copper, cuprum, gold, aurum, copper. You can see copper, C-O-P-P-E-R. The Latin name is cuprum, C-U-P-R-U-M. So we have taken Cu for copper. Okay? Then for gold, the Latin name is aurum, A-U-R-U-M, in which the A-U is taken. A-U is gold. So like that, there are many elements. Here also given some examples of that. Ferrum, iron, then wolfram, tungsten. Ferrum, F-E-R-R-U-M, ferrum for iron. That is taken Fe. This is the Latin name. So there are three ways by which the symbols of elements can be given. We can take the first alphabet of the English name of the particular element. For example, we have taken calcium, calcium we have taken here. Okay, there are many ways which, for example, oxygen. Oxygen, O is the symbol. Okay, nitrogen. Nitrogen, N-I-T-R-O-G-N, nitrogen. N is the symbol. Phosphorus, P is the symbol. And here, sometimes we take the second alphabet also. That I have already written. Barium, then calcium, etc. The second alphabet also has been taken for the symbols. Okay. Now, Latin names can be taken as symbol. Okay. The first one or two alphabets are Latin name. Aurum for gold, Latin name is aurum. A is taken. Then for sodium, natrium is the Latin name. Na is taken. For potassium, kalium is the Latin name we have taken. Then for copper, cuprum is the Latin name. Cu is taken. So these are about the symbols.